The first of the vehicles created with war in mind was known as the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 101 Panzerkampfwagen 1 Ausführung A, which means Special Purpose Vehicle 101 Tank Mark I version A. It was a small, thinly armoured two-man vehicle armed with a pair of MG-13 machine guns and was more commonly known as the Panzer I. It was the first mass-produced design created under the Nazi Party and took inspiration from a variety of foreign vehicles, chiefly the Carden-Loyd Tankette, a British vehicle that the suspension of the Panzer I was derived from. Whilst originally intended as just a training tank, the Panzer I was first deployed in battle in the Spanish Civil War with the German Condor Legion, facing off against Soviet designs in around 1937. The early conflict it faced highlighted its shortcomings, chiefly the lack of an anti-tank gun. By the time World War II began, it was still used in large quantities, with around 1,500 being produced in two versions, the standard Ausführung A and the improved Ausführung B, until 1940. By the end of 1941, only 74 were still in service, being outclassed by most of the Allied tanks in the invasions of France and Poland. However, it did have one powerful weapon that all of the early Allied tanks it faced lacked: a radio. Before the outbreak of the war, General Guderian had insisted that every tank have a radio equipped, allowing them to all remain in contact with both each other and their commanding officers. This new innovation tied the whole army much closer together, allowing them to work with greater cohesion and outmaneuver the opposing forces, shown to be incredibly successful in the invasions of Poland and France. Without the radio, the blitzkrieg tactics would probably have failed, as they required high coordination between all of the troops, as well as the commanders to know what was going on just in case more forces were needed, for example at the Schwerpunkt.